just received the Vevor 16-inch gas pizza oven. As you can see, I've inserted the pizza stone. It has lips on each of these arms for the stone to sit in place. On the side, there's a screw that you need to remove. There's the pizza handle crank that turns the stone. When installing the crank, it's best to have the screw hole facing up. Put the handle on, drop the screw in, kind of start it by hand, grab a screwdriver. If you notice, when I turn the crank, the pizza stone rotates. And this can be useful because normally when you're cooking a pizza on a high temperature oven, you want to pull it out, spin it around, and put it back in. This way you could actually just kind of turn this rather slow, and it'll constantly be rotating the pizza. I'm gonna have to play around with it, but otherwise, if you have it in one position and you turn it, it'll go about halfway, and then you can turn it again the rest of the way. There is a little bit of play, as you notice, but I think this is gonna work out great. On the side, it has a temperature control knob, and what you can do is press it in, turn it slightly counterclockwise. You'll hear it click. That's the igniter, and it should ignite the propane. And then when you want to turn it off, press in, turn clockwise, you'll hear it click, and it should shut off. On the back of the device is the propane hose. It came pre-installed. Here's all the accessories that come with the pizza oven. There is a cover. They do give you a pizza peel, but it's only 12 inches in diameter. I really wish it were at least 14, possibly 16. That way you could load a larger pizza on. I may have to invest in another one. They provide you with an instruction manual, also manual match lighting instructions. With that, they also give you this match lighting tool. So you just basically put paper there, light it on fire, and stick it in the oven. But if the igniter works correctly, you won't need to do that. There's also a pizza and grill oven recipe guide. They tell you how to make your own homemade dough, and they go over different pizza types. And then it tells you you can use the device for oven seared ribeye steaks, oven roasted buffalo wings, and also garlic butter baked salmon. No thank you on the last one. Another thing that's cool is they provide you with an infrared thermometer, you know, like a heat gun. I have a 30-pound propane tank. They mentioned 20-pound. I'm sure it'll work on a 30. And it should just attach to your existing propane tank. And make sure it's on there good, but don't over tighten it. If you're gonna operate the pizza oven, you could turn the valve to open the tank. When you're finished with the pizza oven, make sure to close the valve on your tank. I just tested it out. It definitely works. You just press in, turn the igniter. Once it's on, you will be able to see the flames. It's kind of hard to get in there and look at it, but it's definitely heating up. Like, I'm about 4 feet away from it, see, and I could feel it from here. It's definitely getting hot. The first pizza I'm gonna make is this Home Chef 5-cheese pizza. It's one of those you could find in the deli section at your market. It's refrigerated, it's not frozen. Also to note, I let this sit out for about a half hour just to get it to room temperature. You don't want to put anything super cold on that pizza stone. I need to let it preheat 15 minutes to reach full temperature, so I'm gonna wait. The oven's been on for about 15 minutes. Do a reading here. Showing 735, but these stones take longer than 15 minutes to heat up from my experience. However, if I measure the inside top of the oven, I'm getting 917, so it's pretty much heated up. I could let it go longer and let the stone heat up longer, but this is a store-bought pizza, and there's really no need, I don't think. There we go. I could have got it back a little further, but for the first time, probably not doing too bad. Now I'm gonna let it cook about 40 seconds and then give it a turn. I'm kind of looking at it as it's going, and it's already smoking. So I'm gonna turn it. Oh yeah, it really did that quick. Like, it's burnt on that side, so I'm gonna just keep turning it. You may even want to just slowly rotate it. I mean, this is cooking so quick, guys. Okay, that's it. It hasn't even been a minute. Check that out. I'm making one for my dad first. Now this dough I made yesterday afternoon. It's been in the refrigerator about 20 hours and sitting out at room temperature about 6.5 hours. And it's starting to ferment. You can see this bubble popping out there. I made it with Caputo Pizzeria flour, and I used the recipe provided by Vevor. Flour the surface a little bit, and I like to use a spatula to kind of release it. It doesn't stress it as much as if you just grabbed it with your hands. Here we go. Just kind of want to rotate it and stretch it just with your fingertips. Time for the tomato sauce. This is what I'm using this time. Normally I make my own, but I thought I'd give this a try because I use their tomatoes a lot. It's very thick, I'll tell you that. Whole milk mozzarella. I shredded it. Don't buy the pre-shredded stuff, folks. And he wants tomatoes on his pizza. In the back it's about 768, in the front 528. So I'll turn the handle half a rotation. In the front now 883, and in the back 908. First you want to turn down the heat before putting the pizza in, so I'll do that now. There we go. Okay, it is moving, so let's try this. I'm not good at this yet, folks, but I'm going to stretch this out just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Gonna let it go about 30 seconds, give or take. Oh yeah, that's looking good, that crust. That's looking good. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's go for this side. Oh, that's looking groovy. That's getting out of there. Oh yeah, that looks good. So I'm putting it on a wire rack. That way the bottom won't soften up too much. Looking at the bottom, wow, and it got some browning. It definitely did. So far I'm really liking this Vevor pizza oven. Cut it in slices. It's like a 10-inch pizza, so I'm thinking 4 slices would be good. And it's got this kind of crusty exterior, but totally soft in the middle. Wow. I have a second dough ball, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but these are 260 grams. Now let's turn it out. Lastly, some oregano. There we go. Look at that. Now, I know it's going to look burnt, but that is just nice and well done the way I like it. The pepperoni's got a nice char. Some of them came loose when I shifted it in, but all in all, not unhappy. I could just see the gluten structure right there, but let's flour this up a little bit. kind of let gravity do the work. I'm still not the best at this, but I have a fair understanding, you could say. Definitely better than using a rolling pin, guys. Don't ever want to do that. You use a rolling pin and you get rid of all the gas that's in the crust that you help push out to the edge. Next, time for some sauce. Next up, some Parmigiano Reggiano. Now for some mozzarella. Next up, some oregano. Lastly, some pepperoni. My dad wants cheese on his pizza, but not pepperoni, so I'm going to do half pepperoni. And I may not even have brought out enough pepperonis. Well, not as much as I'd like to. So there we go, half pepperoni, half cheese. First thing I'm doing is turning the heat down all the way. Also rotating the pizza stone so the part that was in the back is now up front. There we go. And I'm going to start turning this immediately. Alright. I think we're golden. Here we go. Oh, wow, that's a lot of pepperoni, made a lot of grease. Check it out, folks. That's what I'm looking at. All the pepperonis not only have cupped up, but they have a nice little crispness at the end. Cheese looks on point. Crust looks great. So, yeah. I thought I'd end up with another home chef because the first one I made, I realized I never turned down the heat before I put the pizza in. This one's a cheeseburger pizza with beef patty crumbles, pickles, onions, tomatoes, cheesy ketchup, and a mustard sauce on a wood-fired style crust. I never thought I'd see something like this in the supermarket. All right, let's do it. I'm going to actually turn this one kind of slow. And I did just turn down the thermostat. I'm actually considering shutting it off because I don't think I really need all that heat. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off so there's no flame anymore. Just the heat that's built up inside. Just that one spot got a little bit toasty. It's going to be fine though. I really overall love this pizza oven, just gonna put it out there. There we go. Gonna put it on the wire rack, so let it cool off a second. It looks pretty good. I like my edges of the crust really pretty crispy, and this is definitely gonna be like that. Let's move over to the table and I'll sample it with you guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am with the cheeseburger pizza. Wow, bottom is just nice. Let's see how it is. Definitely a mustard cheesy sauce. Wow. The pickles. This is actually a pretty decent pizza. I never thought I would say that. Wow. Even the part that's like a little bit blackened, it's not hard, crunchy, crispy. It's like soft, crunchy, crispy. It's like got a little bit of a crisp, but it's like soft underneath. And I'm beginning to learn that's what's up with this pizza oven. It cooks things at such a high temperature that the outside gets done and the inside is still a nice texture. I notice when I do it with lower temperature ovens, the longer I cook it at the lower temperature, sure, it'll get crispy, but inside it's also kind of like hard and, I don't know, not desirable for me. I like it this way where it's soft but yet crunchy on the outside. So all in all, I give a big thumbs up to the Vevor 16-inch propane pizza oven. I love the crank. You can turn it frontward or backward at your own speed. 16-inch size. It cooks very evenly so long as you know how to rotate it and keep an eye on the pizza while it's going. This time I had it around 750 degrees, right around there. I didn't want it to get too hot because I think it would be too aggressive for this type of pizza, but nonetheless worked great. The only one thing, that I wish Vevor did different, I wish they supplied a 16-inch pizza peel. Then you'd be able to use the full size of the oven. Now I know you could get a pizza peel for under $20 that is 16 inches. I may just buy one of those and come back and do a larger pizza with you guys. Oh yeah, also one of my demonstrations I included was cooking a large 16-inch pizza on a pizza screen. It worked wonderful. The only problem was the very bottom of the crust didn't really brown or anything. It was really too soft. It was cooked, but it was soft, you know? But what I did to remedy that I didn't show in this video is I threw it inside of my pit boss on my grill, and that got the bottom all nice and charred. So it ended up working out. I just didn't want to use two different devices in this video, but that is one idea if you really feel like you have to do it that way. Otherwise, I'm impressed. Go check it out at vevor.com. I will have a link in my description and also in a pinned comment in this video. Highly recommend it. Very much well worth it. And big thank you to Vevor for sending it my way to review. That's about it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, drop me a line below. I love hearing from you. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I got all kinds of good videos coming up. Until next time, have a stellar day. Be excellent, and most of all, remember me. I'm KJ Andy O, your food experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.